Hey guys, it's Jill, and today we're going to be painting. I am not an artist, I'm not a painter. I'm creative, but not in an artsy way. I think like my creative mediums are more like making videos and writing. When it comes to like drawing and painting and things like that, I like doing them, but I'm just not that good at it. So I have awful handwriting. Like it's really bad. On the first day of school every year, it happens like every single year. I'll turn something in and they're like, "Man, your handwriting doesn't match like your personality. Like I thought you'd be someone with like pretty handwriting." And I'm always like, "Thanks." Thanks. I don't really know how to take that, but because of that, I'm also a bad drawer. I can't draw a straight line. My hands shake. It's not my thing. But I do love makeup, and I think I love makeup because I like the whole concept of darkening things and lightening things to change their shape, and I think that's really cool. And I feel like makeup has some similarities to painting. I mean, not completely, but I feel like there are some similarities there. So a while back, probably like 2 years ago, I started painting just for fun with acrylic paint. My grandmother, who is a really great oil painter, bought me some oil paints as a present, and I've played with them and I've like done things with them, but I've never finished a painting because I always just get scared. I feel like oil painting is really complicated, or at least I think it is. And so in this video, over the next few days, I'm going to start and finish an oil painting for the first time. I have no idea what I'm doing, so if you're an art person watching this, I apologize. I am so sorry. So what are we painting? Well, whenever I paint, I usually just paint landscapes. The original reason I got into painting, looking back though, is because I wanted to, for one, but also my room is kind of like travel themed. As you can tell, it honestly kind of just looks like Earthbound, the store, like threw up on it, but it was supposed to be travel themed. And what I was going to do is each place that I visited, I was going to paint a painting of like my favorite part of the city or country or whatever. And then I was going to put them on the walls. I never did that. I did one. But because of that, I started painting a lot of like landscapes. I never painted a person. So I am, for the sake of this video being entertaining, just going to completely overshoot and try something really hard, and it's either one, gonna turn out awful and it's gonna be funny, or two, we're all gonna be really surprised and I'm gonna succeed. Which one is it gonna be? I don't know. Watch until the end of the video. But I am going to paint this scene. This is gonna be awful. This scene from Cinderella. Yep. I know you're laughing. I'm laughing too. I was looking at things to paint, and I love the like cottage core aesthetic. I don't know if you know what I mean. I'll put like pictures up, but I love that like aesthetic. I love historical TV shows like Rain, my favorite TV show. The Medicis, love it. So I wanted to paint a scene from like one of those shows or something like that. And then last night my dad was like, "Hey Jill, Cinderella's on." The live action version, and because that's my favorite movie, like my car's named Cindy because like I love that movie. And so I was watching it and I was like, wait, if I'm gonna paint something that's like Renaissance-y, might as well be from this movie. So this is the graphic that I found. It's gonna be awful, I already know. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name's Jill. Be sure to subscribe, and if you're not new to this channel, welcome back. I'm happy you're back. Did you do something different with your hair? I love it. It looks great. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm just gonna jump right into this. Let's get started. Throughout this video, you're going to be seeing a lot of my side profile, my weak side profile, so just be kind. I am going to start out just by drawing this out, I think. Drawing's not my thing. I'm hoping this already is going awfully. Let me turn off my light, that way you can actually see what this looks like. Okay. So she looks terrified. Like, I don't know if you can see her face, but she looks like terrified. But at least I have a good idea of where I'm putting things. Maybe I'll make up for it in the actual painting. Yeah, so let's keep going. I'm going to be using my oil paint Caesar by Fine Touch to clean my brushes. Where is that? I'm going to be using odorless mineral oil. and this jar. And then with the paints, she gave me this blending and glazing medium. I think I'm supposed to use this to help like thin out the paint if it needs it. And then I guess use it to glaze at the end too. I know you're supposed to sometimes mix the paint with something to make it like smoother and whatnot, but I'm just gonna go with it. I just have this like bag of brushes and this palette. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be working with. Oh, I got it. Put this in here. Oof, okay, it's thundering a lot. I think I'm gonna take a break and go eat dinner. I don't hate the way it's turning out. I think if you look at just the painting and not the picture, it looks better than when you compare the picture to the painting. And so I think I'm gonna keep that in mind. Like, use the picture as a reference, but know that like that's a photograph. This is what you're trying to paint, like you as a human. So like, it's okay if it doesn't look exactly the same. I kind of like the, I don't want to say abstract because that's not the right word, but like the wispiness of it right now, and how like some of the blue is blending into the skin tone, and how like I accidentally put too much pink on my brush and it ended up wiping all over Cinderella's face, and so now her face is really pink at the top, but I kind of like it. And so I think I'm not going to try to make this like a realistic picture. I'm trying to make like a wispy painting version of it. I'm doing that because like, one, I don't know how to paint, and so that's going to cover some of my mistakes, but two, I kind of like that vibe. Yeah, so I'm gonna go eat. All right, so I'm back from dinner, and like I was saying earlier, how I want it to be a little bit more abstract, still not the word, but less like realistic and more just like pretty. I don't know how to explain that. I don't really know painting terms, but what I'm trying to say is I want it to be less structured, I guess, and like less of the facial details. And when I was showing my sister, she kind of said the same thing and said, what if you just like don't do their faces? Because I know that's where I'm gonna like mess it up. And I completely agree, so I'm just not gonna do their faces. I'll do like all the other details, but I'll really focus on like the clothes and the background and the shading and stuff, but just like not do faces, which I don't know why I'm slinging this pencil around, but I think that's actually gonna end up really cute and maybe even cooler. So I finished filling in the background, and I'm starting to hit an issue that I knew was gonna happen right here. Let me tilt the camera down. I don't know if you can tell, but right here, some of the green like bled into the hair. So then I tried to fix it, and now she has lime green hair. So that's fun for her. I think what I'm going to do is work on the dress, because one thing I can do while the paint is wet is add the shading and the highlights in the dress, and that part I'm really excited about. I'll start on that, and then after that I'll probably be done for tonight, and then I'll see how dry it is in the morning. Okay, I'm struggling. I added some highlights and not contours, shadows, that painter talk, to the dress. And that didn't go terribly. I could do better, but then the whole outline of this picture is black, and I kind of like that because you kind of feel like you're looking like through a dream almost. Dreams a wish your heart makes. But I now have the issue of blending it. I'm trying to blend it out right now, but every time I do that, I just like smudge it everywhere. So I'm thinking if I add some of this blending medium and then try to do it, it might do better. So we shall see. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a day for now. I got way more done than I thought I would. Here's where we're at right now. I'm pretty impressed with it. I mean, it's not like amazing or anything, but for me, with my artistic ability, I'm pretty proud of this. So I will see y'all maybe in the morning, maybe tomorrow night. I'm not really sure. It really just depends on how long this takes to dry and when I feel like doing it. All right, so I let the painting dry overnight and actually dried pretty well. It's still tacky, like you can tell it's not completely dry, but I left my fan on all night, and so I think that kind of helped. It's definitely dry enough to where I can go fix the parts that are messed up. So I think my goal for the next hour or so, I think, yeah, that'll take me like an hour, is to shade the arms, the chest, maybe even the face, and then do the little rope lines on the rope, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so I'm gonna put out all of the things that I'm using and get right to it. I shaded in their bodies, and I'm pretty happy with her. I think her hair looks a lot better. Can you see that? Yeah, I think her hair looks a lot better, and her body looks okay. Him, on the other hand, we were having some issues. He's giving me trouble because he's doing like this, and it looks like he doesn't have a neck, but in the picture, it's how it looks too. Like, I mean, you can see a little bit of it. So I'm trying to like replicate that. But because I'm not doing his facial features, it just kind of looks like a blob. But yeah, that's where we are. I also expanded his body a little bit because you see right here, he's like going into the shadow where my thumb is. And so I thought by adding like the green, it might do that. I might add some black later too. I think I've pretty much done all that I can do, or all that I have in my ability to do. So I think I'm gonna let it sit, let it dry, and just take a break from it, and then maybe later tonight come back and just see what needs fixing, and then that should be it. It's like not awful. I'm happy with it. I think that I'm impressed for my amount of skill. Like, knowing what I can do, this is good for me. And if you hold it up to the picture, I mean, like, it's pretty similar. I think the whole no face thing is kind of scary. They kind of look like, I don't know, it just doesn't look good. But I'm not gonna mess up this painting by trying to add eyes and such. So, I'll see y'all later. Focus, come on, hi. Took a bath, ate some dinner. What did I eat? Oh, I ate Thai curry. It's fantastic, very good, loved it. And my fortune cookie said, all artists start out as amateurs. I'm painting. It has been probably like 3 weeks, a month, something crazy like that since I last checked in on this video. I know the last clip kind of cut off without me giving an overview of the day and just what my plans are, and that's because in the footage I ranted for like 20 minutes about how I planned on glazing the painting, which was not the right term. I meant to say I wanted to varnish the painting. So I ordered varnish from Amazon. I got it in, then I looked up how to use it, which probably should have done that before I bought the varnish, but looked up how to use it and it said let your paintings dry for 6 months to a year, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So I waited like 3 weeks for the varnish to come in, and then it finally came in. Then I was like, I don't really feel like filming this yet. And so it's been a very long time, and you can probably tell by how much tanner I am than the last clip. It's summer now. So here is the final painting reveal. Dun da da da! Woo! Yay! I definitely do want to varnish it one day because I can kind of see where some places are a little bit more matte than others. And so maybe one day when this dries, I will varnish it. But I actually love this painting. I'm really happy with it. I know it's not like groundbreaking or anything, but for me, I am proud of what I did. And I really like it. I think I'm gonna do more of them. Like do some other princesses in this style. I think that would be really cool. Yeah, so overall, I think this was successful. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched to the end, man, you're really a true fan. Thanks for doing that. This was a long one, but if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.